Astro forecast for Ukraine for the period from August 24, 23 to August 23, 24. What awaits us and our country at this time? On August 24, 2023 at 11:47 a.m. Kyiv time, Ukraine, as a sovereign and independent state, turns 32 years old. Bonnie Horoscope is with you. Daily and unique predictions. We begin. A very important period is ahead, which will change the situation in the country. First of all, in the state apparatus, which will make it possible to restore order in all key authorities and management systems, says astrologer Marina Skardi. Marina Sokolova. It is worth noting that in the solar astrological chart 2023, Mercury and Venus are retrograde, i.e. are in the same phase of movement as in the horoscope of Ukraine. This is a supporting factor. The natural energies of personal planets set the tone for the whole year, i.e. during this period, our country acquires natural strength. Ukraine is a wonderful country. There are a lot of resources and opportunities here, which are not even close abroad. That is why the aggressive policy of the Russian Federation is aimed at weakening, up to the destruction of our country. But nothing will break the spirit of Ukraine and Ukrainians. The next year will be the year of maximum disclosure of the inherent potential and return to its natural resource state. The solar ascendant falls into the sign of Scorpio, into the 9th astrological house of Ukraine, respectively. The whole year our country is ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformations, issues of life and death, as well as wealth and power. In the period from March 23, 2023 to November 20, 2024, Pluto changes the sign of the Zodiac. It passes from Capricorn to Aquarius for the next 20 years. At the end of 2024, cardinal changes will take place. Primarily the end of active hostilities, as well as a change of power in the country. Since the karmic lunar nodes for 1.5 years moved into the axis of the Aries-Libra relationship from July 18, 2023. This transit will be completed by 2025, which means that agreements will be reached, thanks to which the armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine will end. Mars in the solar chart of Ukraine is in Virgo in the 11th solar house, in the same sign as in the natal horoscope of our country. A new 2-year cycle for Ukraine begins, which is associated with the establishment and development of friendly relations, the creation of new alliances and international communities. During the year, concrete terms will be set for Ukraine's European integration, obtaining security guarantees from friendly states. The Sun in the 10th house, or the Sun at its zenith, of the solarium is a strong position. It shows the recognition of the importance of Ukraine at the international level. If you rely on symbolism, the Sun has a special place. Zenith, the highest position of the daylight, in the horoscope always shows a central position. Respect for society, which opens up many opportunities and prosperity. Ukraine's interests will be taken into account. Carefully prepared plans will be successfully implemented, and justified ambitions will be rewarded. The tense aspect of the solar sun and moon shows difficulties for the people, emotional intensity. But in general, if we consider Ukraine's prospects for the coming year, we can say that our country is moving out of darkness into the light. The moon in the horoscope of the state is the people. The sign of Sagittarius is associated with the sphere of foreign countries, protection and patronage, expansion of the worldview. In the solar horoscope, it is in the first degree of Sagittarius, in the second solar house. which puts the topic of money, material needs, property and residence issues at the forefront. Also, this provision shows financial support for Ukraine from the partner states, assistance to Ukrainians abroad, and extension of the status of protection. On the one hand, there are resources to meet basic needs. But, on the other hand, internal tension is growing and this leads to public discontent. Despite the tense aspect between the sun and the moon, the worst events for Ukraine are behind us. In January 2024, all processes are accelerating. At the end of the month, Pluto makes a second entry into the sign of Aquarius until the end of August 2024. But after that, for another 3 months, it will return to the sign of Capricorn for the last time in order to settle in Aquarius from November 20, 2024 for 20 years. It is the transits of the higher planets that determine the global world trends. Therefore, after the ingression of Pluto into the sign of humanity, which is Aquarius, stability will gradually come. At the end of 2023 and until the fall of 2024, Ukraine is a key country in the formation of a new world order and international security. At this time, the leaders of all civilized countries realize that the future of Europe is determined in Ukraine. Cusp 10 at home or MC. Medium Chile. Midheaven. The point of intersection of the ecliptic with the celestial equator on the south side. This is the point of superior climax where the sun is at noon. This point defines life goals and objectives. Career. Purpose. The country's horoscope shows international legal recognition. What status and position in the world the state can achieve. Considering that the MC of the solar chart is in Leo, and the sun of the solar is in the 10th house, we can say with confidence that this is an indicator of the social development of Ukraine. Progress. Elevation. The tense aspect from transients Uranus to the moon of Ukraine will last all year. But the most difficult periods for the population of the country are September and October 2023, as well as April 2024. Months of forced renovations, drastic changes, revolutionary moods. But in the end, Ukraine and Ukrainians, wherever they are, gain freedom, though at the cost of huge upheavals. The autumn eclipse corridor October 14 to 28, 2023 in the 12th and 7th solar houses shows the secret games of partners. A reboot in the field of diplomatic relations. On the one hand, the whole world has many conflicting interests both in Ukraine and in Russia. But, on the other hand, our country is in a better position in the next year. So even behind-the-scenes affairs will not harm Ukraine. The spring eclipse corridor March 25 to April 8, 2024 in the 11th and 6th solar houses accentuates the most ordinary life topics. Household arrangements. Everyday affairs. The axis of social relationships Aries, Libra is involved, which contributes to the achievement of compromises. The development of certain codes and laws regarding the improvement of people's lives. Directions display the most important, fateful events that determine the background for many years and even decades. In the map of directions for the next solar year of Ukraine, it is shown that in the spring of 2024, Venus changes sign, from the status of falling in the sign of Virgo. It passes into the sign of Libra, where it has the status of control. In the horoscope of Ukraine, Venus governs the cusp of the 4th house or IC, which characterizes the roots, gender, nation, genetic code. Also, the planet is related to the 8th house. The progressive map of Ukraine for the 32nd year speaks of cardinal changes already in March 2024. which will be very intense all spring, but in the direction of stabilization, tranquility and peace. The progressive moon from the militant Aries passes into the sign of Taurus for 2.5 years, which will best affect the life of every Ukrainian. Read also. On August 24, 2023 at 11:47 a.m. Kyiv time, Ukraine, as a sovereign and independent state, turns 32 years old. That's all we have. Subscribe and don't miss our daily and unique releases from Bonnie Horoscope. See you soon.